Hi, my name is Christopher DeVera, and this is my final internship report. My time during our internship with Professor Holloway was a great learning experience. From the beginning, we were tasked to familiarize ourselves with many of the components that make up big data, which included Cloudera, Ubuntu, Hadoop, Linux Plus, and Jira, just to name a few. Eventually, we would be able to build a big data cluster with a VPN and using terabytes upon terabytes of information, all the while documenting our daily activities and processes. Meeting the team for the first time and not knowing what to expect was a little nerve-wracking. Luckily, I wasn't the only one who was nervous and anxious as well. Our team consisted of me and two other students with no prior experience to big data. There was Carl Atkins, formerly in the Navy, who has a lot of experience in running a music studio and setup, and is working towards a web design degree. And then there's Remy Arnold, who worked at Modus several years ago, as well as at a local hospital here in town. Remy is working towards getting his foot in the door for health IT. As for me, I am open to any IT position and thought big data would be right up my alley. As a former division manager, I would incorporate my experience and training into my new career path into IT technology. I wish I could claim that I am an expert at knowing computer information technology, seeing how as I took a certified internet webmaster program many years ago, but the saying use it or lose it definitely applies here. What is big data and why is it relevant? Big data is a collection of data sets so large and complex that it becomes difficult to process using on-hand database management tools or traditional data processing applications. These enormous data sets can create challenges like data storage and management, decentralized multi-service architectures, performance bottlenecks, poor responsiveness, and increasing hardware requirements. A good way to describe the datification of big data is by referring to the 5 V's of big data. Volume, which refers to the vast amounts of data that is generated every second of the day. Velocity, which is the speed of new data that's generated and the speed at which data moves around. Variety refers to the different types of data we use today. Activity data, which is your smartphones, web browsers, music players. Photo and video image data, which are videos and pictures that we put out in social media. Conversation data, which are your emails, Twitter, Facebook, and including our phone conversations. And then there's sensor data, which is our smartphone locators, fingerprint recognition. And then the 4th V, which is veracity, is the messiness of trustworthy data. Basically the uncertainty of data. The last V is value. How the data sets are put to good use. This component is why the previous V's are relevant. Because of value, we can better understand our customers, optimize business processes, improve healthcare, security, and many more. The possibilities are pretty much endless. In the beginning, our team met off campus to research and share what Professor Holloway had discussed during our introduction. The following week, we began meeting at the downtown lab in the ACT building, where we began installing Ubuntu operating system, VirtualBox, and Cloudera Live. During this time, we experienced an unforeseen hurricane that came towards Florida. Our work soon came to a standstill. While preparing for the hurricane and having the school being shut down, I took this time to work on my laptop, adding more RAM, doing a CPU swap, and installing a more robust hard drive. It was great to take my previous training and apply it towards something other than in a book or in an online lab. Though it did not go as smooth as anticipated, it was a great experience, and now my laptop was ready for the task at hand. The after effects of Hurricane Irma definitely set us back a couple of weeks, especially for my other class, which was a short 7-week course. Getting back into the groove became arduous and downright grueling at times, so much to the point that meeting deadlines on time seemed unattainable or unrealistic, plus the fact that there was some confusion on when our intern weekly reports were due in. Nonetheless, we persevered and completed our installation of Cloudera in our virtual machines. This allowed us to begin our tutorials in Cloudera Live and also begin working in Net Academy, learning Linux Plus in preparation for our Linux Essential certification. It was also during this time that I attended a meetup session called Data Science for Social Good. It was a great opportunity to network and see big data in action. Though it was my first meetup session, it wasn't my last. Just as we were adjusting back into schedule, we ran into a couple of snags between hardware issues and network setbacks. We spent a lot of time working on our tutorials, as well as attend more meetups and a workshop. The last meetup was called Agile, how to hire Agile people and how to get hired by an Agile company. During this session, I appreciated a comparison between a traditional project management role versus an Agile methodology, even more so because of my background in management. As for big data representation and training outside of the lab, I also attended a workshop called Modern Analytics, Team Up with Tableau. This workshop was a hands-on introduction to Tableau software, and that helps people see and understand data much like a storybook. Tableau securely creates and shares data across a company in minutes or less. Definitely a great tool to learn and become very proficient in. In conclusion, my experience during the internship was great. Too bad it is coming to a close because there is so much information and still so much to learn. From my understanding, our team is the first to participate as part of this internship with FSCJ and with Professor Holloway. I hope there will be a lot of positive takeaways that will benefit future FSCJ big data interns. You and Professor Holloway have given us the tools to succeed, and now it is time for us to put it in our resumes and into good use. And for this, I thank you both very much.